In the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Down, 18 Gators. Switch up. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 5. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Brian Burns in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Got it. Mike 57. Watch the pass.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Take a break. Hey, we got my 61, Matchbox Light. Smooth. Here we go. Check 43.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
6-6, bullet 5. Bravo. Check 5.
2nd and long. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Set 50, play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll check that down to Carson. And now running right through it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 20! And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 6. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Got to do better. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the ready.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Hey, Zoo.
53's mine.
Snap.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This is taken at about the 14. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10.
Ready to break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On the double. Hey, high 7.
I'm here. Check safety. Check safety.
2.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Come on, fellas. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Shift.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
2nd and 13. He finds Yeldon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
53 to Mike. 53.
Hey, Alpha.
Go. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Back to throw. Caught by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
We got to seal.
Back to throw here. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now back to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by him. And a pressure gets to him again. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
And up, 90 Wolf.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
51 Mike 51. You gonna get this one? You think you gonna get this?
Protein spell. 2.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over, 1st and 10.
Set. 60 or.
53's mine. Blue down. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That one complete to Yeldon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
5.
2nd and 3. Going right, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
You draw quarter. Hey, box up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now T.J. Yeldon, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
2-18, chop it.
Check. Lucky. Switch. No. Off.
Snap.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
Nice kick.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Come on,
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Jones. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Bravo. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
6-6. Pull it high.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Haywood.
Pull it together.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
I got it. Like 9. Hey, we got it. Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. 22 jet bomber. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Quickstone Travis.
It's going to be a long day, offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
64, weak.
They'll go with the keeper, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And scoring again, the Saints have extended their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off, and brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run. It's Henry. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And got his man complete. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Cardinals. Will Fuller, 84 yards, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
26-yard line.
Ready, break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And caught by Henry. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Henry running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 15, line up. 51.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Hey, echo.
Bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 51. Mike 51. Go.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught at the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Jones. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
Jones. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal.
Go.
Mike 9. Hey, we got to get to 9. Mike over there. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
2nd and 5. He finds Yeldon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Jones has it. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey, box drop.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Nelson Aguilar hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 51. Mike 51. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Hurry.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And he fields it cleanly. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. And he fires one incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go! 15-9. 15-9. Hey, Zoo!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Lee Griffin.
Back to throw. He's got Fuller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, echo.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try the right side with Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in